Hey guys, it's Sarah with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we have a review and install of the Red Rock 4x4 Baja Upper Replacement Grille with LED lighting in a charcoal finish, fitting your 13 to 18 Ram 1500. This is perfect for the Ram owner who's looking for a bolt-up grille replacement that deletes the factory emblem and includes LED lighting, all while saving some cash over more expensive options. This grille features an open honeycomb design that is unrestricted, allowing airflow to the radiator as well as the engine bay. This grille is constructed from injection molded ABS material with a nice charcoal finish, as well as 3 LED accent lights in the top of the grille. So as far as the price goes, this grille comes in at around $350, so it's middle of the road price-wise when compared to other options. And for your money, you're getting a bolt-up grille replacement with LED lighting that deletes that factory emblem. And as far as this install goes, I'm giving it a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. It does feature a direct bolt-up installation, but does require installing a wiring harness, which is included with this kit. All in all, it can be done within 2 hours, so with that said, let's check out that install. For this install, we used an impact gun, but a regular hand ratchet will work just fine. You'll also need a 10mm socket and a pop clip removal tool. For wiring, you may also want a wire crimping and stripping tool, a test light, and a heat gun. All right, so the first step in our uninstall with the hood popped is to remove the rad support cover. Now it is missing on our truck, but if it is on your truck, you'll just need a pop clip removal tool to remove all the pop clips and then remove the cover itself. Once that is off, go ahead and grab a 10mm socket and we'll get the 4 bolts on top of the grille removed. And continue on until all of those bolts are removed. And once all of your bolts are removed from the top of the grille, you can grab it and pull it straight back towards you to release the rest of the plastic clips. All right, now that we have our factory grille uninstalled from our truck, we can check it out side by side with our new grille here. Now this grille features ABS plastic construction with a nice charcoal gray finish. But the biggest difference is gonna be these 3 accent LEDs in the top of your grille to really give your truck some more style up front. So with that said, let's go ahead and finish up our install. Now, next up, this step is optional, but we do need to tap into a power source to power our grille. I think the easiest way is to pull a headlight and go right into the back of the running light, so that's how we're going to do it. However, you're welcome to power it with any power and ground source that you like. I'm just gonna show you one way to accomplish that. So go ahead and grab your 10mm socket and let's get these 2 bolts holding on your headlight removed. Grab your 10mm socket and get these bolts removed. Go ahead and remove this bolt as well. Next up, we're in the wheel well, and what we need to do is remove the pop clip that closes this inspection window so we can get to the back of the headlight. Go ahead and grab a pop clip removal tool, or you can use your hand as well. Pull this pop clip out and tuck that flap up to the side. Now we're going to the back of the headlight, and this is very hard to see, but you should be able to feel it. There is a white plastic piece. What you're gonna do is press up to release the headlight. Then once your headlight is released at the back, go ahead and grab it and pull straight towards you to release it. And now we can see the wiring at the back. Now that the headlight is out, I did want to point out the white clip we were referencing, which you can access from the wheel well. When pushed up, it will release the back of the headlight, and if you push down on the top, that is how you lock it in place. Now I wanted to show you where we can tap into the wiring. I did want to point out our truck is already tapped into, but I'm going to show you guys how we got to this point. Now I would suggest tapping into your running lights, the amber marker, that's this connector, but again, you can power it however you like. What I'm going to do is pull back on this red tab, press down on the black one and remove this connector. Now, if you're not sure which of these wires are the power, either the green and white or the brown and white, what you'll do is with a test light, just go ahead and probe each of these spots in this connector, and you should get to the one that lights up, and that will be your power wire. For our truck, it is the brown and white. Now we have our wiring harness here. What we need to do is put some connectors on the ends of these bare wires so that we can connect them. Again, you can do this however you like. What we're gonna do is use spade connectors, which is already on our truck. So make sure the wires are stripped back properly. If you need to strip them anymore, you can use a stripping tool and just pull off a little extra of the insulation. They come pre-stripped, so what you can do is go ahead and make sure they're twisted together, nice and tight. Slide them in to the connector. Sure that you have a nice, good connection there. Then what we're gonna do is grab our crimping tool, go ahead and crimp it down. Ensure you have a nice tight connection, and then repeat that process on your other wire. Now, because these spade connectors are heat shrink, I recommend grabbing a heat gun, or you can use a blow dryer. Just go ahead and put some heat to them and let them shrink up to fit with the wire. This will help keep out moisture from these wires, let them last a little bit longer. Once they're fully shrank, now we can get them connected. Now you want to repeat that process to tap into the wires on your truck. You can use spades, you can use vampire clips, however you like to tap into these too. And once you've done that, what we're going to do is connect our power wire. It's the red one on our harness, and it's going to go into the wire that we found power with earlier. Again, on our truck, it is a brown and white. Then go ahead and repeat that for the black wire, which is ground, and that will go to the ground, the black wire on your truck. And once those two are connected, what we're going to do is route the wiring harness up and into the engine bay. Now the routing of these wires can basically be wherever you like, as long as you get into the engine bay from the headlight location. And we can route it fully once we've installed the grille. Now with your wiring routed out of the headlight area, we can reinstall the headlight. Go ahead and line up the post at the back of the headlight with that white clip that we released earlier. Make sure it's lined up at the front as well, and press it into place. Now we're back in our wheel well, and you want to make sure to reach up top, grab that clip, and lock the headlight in place. And once that tab is locked in, go ahead and replace the cover in your wheel well. And once the headlight is lined up at the back, go ahead and reinstall your hardware at the front. And with your 10mm socket, tighten it down. Repeat that for your top mounting point. And tighten it down. And now that we have all of our wiring in place, we can get the grille bolted up. Go ahead and line up all of the tabs at the bottom of the grille. And make sure all of the plastic brackets up top are lined up. And then you can press your grille into place. And now line up the plastic brackets at the top. Go ahead and thread in your factory hardware. And make sure each spot is threaded in and lined up properly. And once they're all threaded in, we will tighten them down later. And once all of your bolts are threaded in, go ahead and grab that 10mm socket and tighten them down. Repeat that for the rest of your bolts. Now you can grab each of the connectors that go to the grill and then connect them with the wiring harness that you just wired up. Repeat that with the rest of your connectors. And now that the grill is bolted up and connected, make sure your wiring harness is zip tied up and out of the way of anything hot, moving, or sharp. If you did remove that rad support cover, make sure it's replaced and then you can shut your hood. And that's gonna do it for the review and install of this grill. And remember, for all things Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.